All right, folks, roadmap roundup January. This is the first one. Now, remember, last year, our first roadmap roundup was, I want to say the 26th, the 26th or 28th. Yeah, the 26th of February. This was the first roadmap roundup we got when they came in and they showed us, here's kind of the direction we want to go for the year. They usually do this at the beginning of the year because the first month is testing, or not testing, but like planning and figuring things out. So they usually do this huge drop to explain everything. And I feel like this year is a little different because they're kind of just going with the momentum they already have. They've been planning out ahead a few quarters. We saw them talking even last year in like the summer of last year, talking about how narrative was already starting on the content for next year, and they're on a rolling schedule, I think, a lot more than they have been in previous years. So I think this roadmap roundup will be different. It's definitely coming earlier, and this January update is definitely more significant stuff earlier in the year than we're used to, so we'll see. Notable changes for 4.6 here are the Cockpit light amplification mode, implementing light amplification on the canopies of limited set of vehicles. That's too bad. Allowing players to more easily navigate diverse and low light conditions. This is the big one. This is the highlight, I think, probably of 4.6. For a lot of folks, this is like the biggest update we've seen on a feature in a while, and it's a pretty good implementation. We are not going to do it here on this video, but we've got a deep dive here planned to go over just how many times people have asked for this and what they've been saying about it for the last 7 years until we've finally gotten it. Next up is Clearing the Air. It's a new event implementing a system-wide crisis on Levski built around the Molina mold outbreak, sending players across Nix and Stanton on hauling, courier, resource gathering, kill ship, recovery cargo, station escort, and defend ship missions. This is really just another chance for them to have us run the same missions we're already running, but throw some narrative appeal on it. It's really just a little flavor. I appreciate it as somebody who was playing Star Citizen for the last 6 years and had to deal with literally no narrative, but I do understand this is just the same missions for the most part that we've already been running. I do appreciate that it's, I guess, bringing more content to Nix, but I'm still waiting for FPS content on space stations. We also have new resource gathering missions implementing an expanded list of missions to our resource gathering archetype. Find, gather, and deliver raw or refined mineable ores or salvageable ship pieces for a variety of corporations. We got new supply kiosks, Kelto. Small Kelto-owned supply kiosks in major cities of Stanton, giving crews access to engineering tools and essential provisions. This is actually super important because the only one that really had great stuff to buy, I guess Microtech and... No, everybody had a decent shop for food, I would say, except for Lorville. I'm glad Lorville's getting something now. Weapon art refactor. Updating visual material and texture for the following weapons and equipment. The P4AR, FS9, P6LR, tractor beam, Cambrio SRT tool, the medical device, and the Ripper SMG. Okay. So, not a crazy huge update. It's funny, last year set expectations so that this doesn't feel like a 4.6. I'd say if this came before 4.0 or 4.1, then 4.6 would be reasonable for these. They haven't even updated the roadmap. But because of the way they denoted the major patches last year, it does feel a little bit like this falls a bit short of that. That being said, the light amplification is pretty nice. The new set of missions, that's more content. And what else was there? I already forgot. Oh, the new space stations in Nix. I believe there are some new space stations in Nix as well that are coming in. Yeah, resource gathering missions, actually. Those are pretty good. The mining missions are good. We've been waiting a long time for those, like years. So that's nice. It's a decent patch. It's not a huge patch, but it's certainly a faster start to the year than normal for CIG. And I think that's worth taking note of. And we could talk a little more about that as we soak this in and figure out everything that's in 4.6.